Empire.
Heel back to Hachimura. Konnichiwa.
First off, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
It was more just shocking to hear from him and understanding that he gets the most assists from me and the most spoon-fed baskets ever.
You know, the culture is actually damn good.
To sit up there and to say you don't have a culture problem in the nation's capital, everything about the organization points to a culture issue.
One guy took a in another guy's shoe.
I'm a little pissed off about it, but I know how I am. I was kind of expecting it. It's disrespectful.
It was like Eric Killmonger going for total domination. What hug is mine?
We're not going to be fucking sucked this year. We're the Stanley Cup champions! Yeah!
Thank you for joining us on this special edition of the Beltway Sports Bros. I'm Matt Vazana, and as always, my brother Noel. Real quick, I want to thank HecoStix for sponsoring the show. It's spelled Hecotix. Go to hecosticks.com, see all the videos and testimonials on the product. When you get there, use our promo code BeltwayBros at checkout to receive 10% off your entire order. Again, that's promo code BeltwayBros. Hey, Noel, we're going to do a quick emergency pod here, as the great JP calls it, but we're going to call it an emergency episode, just to be a little bit different.
Breaking news.
Yeah, so whatever. I haven't really thought about it. But anyway, just so you guys are aware, our standard Top 5 Friday episode will be released later today, but we thought this topic deserved its own episode. So let me get through this real quick. Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebook group. Just search Beltway Bros. You can find us also at beltwaybros.com. One last thing, if you're listening to the show right now, please hit subscribe or the follow button so you don't miss a single episode. All right, so here we go. In a surprise move by the Washington football team, running back Adrian Peterson was released today. Unbelievable. To shed some light on this, on why it happened, Washington VP of Media, Julie Donaldson, sent out a few tweets basically saying that the team wanted to give Peterson a chance to find another team, and that's why they released him before Saturday, which was the last day before cutdown day. They also wanted to, quote, continue his legacy, and he deserved to have his own day, end quote. Donaldson asked Peterson that question, basically what happened, and he said, quote, I know it had nothing to do with the ability or inability to run the designed offense because I put it on film that I could do it, and I did it. I'm lost for words because I don't quite understand it. I'm wrapping my head around it, end quote. No, the reason we're doing this podcast is because you were pretty fired up about this whole thing, so, hey, do your thing.
Oh my God, man. I am so fucking pissed off. I mean, this guy was done so damn dirty in this whole thing. A day before cutdown day. They knew this shit was going to go down, okay? Especially if Geis was still there.
Right.
Imagine if Geis was still there. This guy was toast. So you mean to tell me, a day before, this guy's been in the league for 100 years. He's been the only mainstay over the last two for the most part. You talk about character. You talk about having guys in the locker room that are difference makers, and you give this guy a day. His career is done. Rivera has sealed this guy's fate in this move. And I want to see if these freaking people that have seen this happen, the JPs and ESPN and all this shit that were destroying Gruden for one damn game that this guy took him off the active roster. I want to see you guys get fired up with Rivera as much as you did. No, you're not, because you're all pussies. That's why. I've been backing this guy and getting and this is what pisses me off even more, is the sheer fact that I was getting softer on Rivera, and I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. Give this dude a chance. And this dude freaking destroyed this guy. A day before cutdown day? Where's he gonna go? Where the hell is this guy gonna go? I mean, this is ridiculous, man. I am so pissed off. And I was never a huge Adrian Peterson guy, but he deserves better than this, man. I mean, this is ridiculous. Who the hell do they have? So they're thinking that Gibson, blown out knee Love that hasn't played in a year and a half, McKissick? I mean, we were talking about on the last episode or so that Barber was toast. Well, here we go with the veteran guy. Apparently he's the cat's meow now. I mean, this is unbelievable. I'm beside myself with this whole thing. I really am.
If they were planning on getting rid of him anyway, and you know they knew this a few days ago, why wouldn't you put in a play for Fournette?
Right!
If you want to go younger, 25 years old, yeah, he's got some character issues, but you would think he's worth a shot, you know? And yeah, that would have definitely sealed Peterson's fate, but he apparently didn't need him either, so I don't understand it. But
yeah, apparently the Geis thing worked out too. They're just so in awe with Gibson at this point.
They love him.
They are in love with this dude. And fine. I'm sure maybe they see McCaffrey in him and they're like, oh my God, and they're just getting a hard on as every time this guy touches the ball. I have no idea. I don't see it on a regular basis, but the guy hasn't played.
I know.
He hasn't played. And the other guys, some of these guys are role players or they're third down backs and things like that. You needed a mainstay just in the locker room. And I even gave, till the end, I even gave Rivera the benefit of the doubt when we talked about this off the air, Matt, and I said, well, maybe they had a conversation and Rivera told him, look, we're a young team. You're not going to get the volume of carries that you might like. And Peterson doesn't like that. He wants his carries. So I said, okay, well, maybe that happened. And then Peterson shook his hand and said, fare thee well. That didn't even happen.
No, he's heartbroken.
That didn't even happen. The stupidity of Noel even gave this idiot Rivera the benefit of the doubt on that. And that shit didn't even happen. He's like, nope, we're good. We're good. And he knew it the whole time, and that's what pisses me off. He knew it this whole fucking time, and he let the guy squirm through training camp, and now he has to scramble. Shit, we didn't even know where Fournette was going to go, and that guy's 25. He, again, has sealed this guy's fate. He's done. He's going to go on a deep roster now, scramble around, or I don't know. What's his best bet at this point? Like going to New England? They don't want him.
The XFL? They're coming back.
I mean, shit, man. For $2 million?
I know.
For $2 fucking million, this guy couldn't have made a roster spot. This roster is so damn deep and a beast that they had to take him down. It's not like an example setter with the Fournette thing, or we were talking about the Cam Newton situation, how they kind of screwed him over in the sense that they released him later because there was only a couple QB spots. And that was in goddamn July. This guy's a day before camp is over, a week before a game, and this dude is getting canned. It's just...
You're beside yourself.
Beside myself, man. I don't know what to say about it. It's bullshit, and I hope, like I said, these freaking yes men out there and these PC assholes, you know who you are, fucking give him the shit and give him the hard questions like you gave Gruden. He hasn't proved shit yet with this team, and they're acting like he's fucking Jesus reincarnated coming in here and cleaning house. Fuck him.
Sad to say, but Noel and I are getting old, and we've been looking for ways to sharpen our hand-eye coordination and reaction speed, but I also like to throw something around outside with our kids once in a while. Then we found this product, Hiko Sticks. Hiko Sticks has 3 prongs, 3 colors, throw it, call the color, and catch the color. Simple, right? It's way harder than it looks, and there are so many ways to increase the difficulty that challenges even the best athletes. For example, Odell Beckham, Alvin Kamara, Joe Burrow, just to name a few. They use it to take their training to the next level. So Hiko Sticks is the winner of the Men's Health Award. Even though it's already being used across all major pro sports and college programs, doesn't mean it's just for the elite. It also has the national standard for K-12 physical education curriculum. With so many shutdowns and gyms closing, Hiko Sticks is the perfect tool to add to your home workout. Or you can just make it a fun competition with your family, while you're sitting at home. You can go to HikoSticks.com for more details. When you order, don't forget to use our promo code, Beltway Bros, and get 10% off your entire order. Catch Hiko Sticks today. Well, and the thing is, how many times did Rivera point to Peterson to tell the other players how to work on the team? Like, oh, look at this guy. He's the one you got to follow and shit like that. Like, was that the only reason they kept him around?
Him and Thomas Davis, the trendsetters. This is how you want to work. Right. This is how you want to do it. Well, you work up until the last day, and then we fucking say, go fuck yourself. Hit the high road, asshole. That's a good example there, Rivera. Real good. The only veteran on that damn offense. The only one worth a shit. The only one.
I know. The last 2 years, the only constant on the offense that actually produced.
Right.
There was McLaurin, but, second year. You got to have somebody on the team that has played before. And yes, he's played a lot of years, and I think that his skill set is going, the way of the dinosaur at this point, being a power back and things like that. But the fact is, you don't have anybody else. And is it that bad to drop Peyton Barber? Are we really going to lose sleep over that?
You've seen a lot out of that? Yeah, exactly.
But I can also see, from Rivera's perspective, him feeling obligated to play Peterson a lot. And, because he is a volume back.
That's why Gruden deactivated him the first week.
And I was going to say, it also shows Rivera truly is fully in power, because Gruden tried to release Peterson last year and Bruce Allen wouldn't allow him to. And that's why he was, like a 2-year-old and said, well, I'm going to deactivate him then, dickhead, because the only control he had. So it also, another good thing is it possibly means that Bryce Love is fully healthy and he feels comfortable with that. And apparently Gibson is the real deal.
From a scrimmage?
No, I know.
From some 11-on-11 padded drills?
No, I'm not.
I mean, give me a break. Yeah, no, I know you're not. I know you're as pissed off as I am. I know that. I just go bonkers. I just don't get it. I don't get the strategy here. So who's the veteran on the offense now? Sheriff? Or, Morgan Moses? Holy fucking shit, man.
God help us.
God help us all. This is just insane to me. It makes no sense. They were talking about Jacksonville tanking, because they got rid of Fournette. This team's doing just the same damn thing. And I gave you the example before about the Mahinmi situation.
Yeah.
And him stunting the growth of the young guys. Hey, Mahinmi sucked.
Right.
And Brooks was putting him in. At least this guy was helping the offense in some form or fashion. Like I said, even if he went down to about 13 carries a game, if he started griping after a couple weeks, then say, hey, I'm sorry, Adrian. This is how it's going to be, or you can find another home.
At least he would have gotten his money.
Right, and let him be a grown man about it. They let this guy leave with his tail between his legs, man. That is so disrespectful.
No. They want him to continue his legacy, and he deserved his own day, the day before cutdown day.
The day before cutdown day. Adrian Peterson Day. It's going to be on everybody's calendar from here moving forward.
Yeah, they're going to make a statue.
They're going to give him the key to the city. Fucking disgusting, man.
Well, I will say this as well. Again, with his skill set being a power back and the way Norv Jr. wants to run things, it is problematic for an offense when a guy goes into the offense and it's a tell to see if they're going to run the ball. And 9 times out of 10, if he's in the game, they're running the ball.
What, all of a sudden Scott Turner realized what his offense was going to be?
No, yeah, I know.
Like I said, Geis, that shit just fell through recently. So that means the writing was on the wall many moons ago. They were biding their time on the Bryce Love situation.
Oh, totally.
That's what this is. That's what this is. They were like, okay, do we have to pup Love or do we have to IR his ass? What do we need to do with him? As soon as he went through the rigmarole of training camp, they said, bye, Peterson. See ya. That's what happened here. And I understand, and everybody's going to say it's a business. Fuck that. There's character in business too. And this was a bad look and a dirty move on Rivera's part. And this was strictly from him. And maybe he called in Scott Turner and said, hey, look, what are we doing here? We keeping him? We not? Well, I kind of like the young guys. I like a fresh start. All right, well, guess that's it. Like I said, I just hope that people have the same gusto on this situation than they do about one fucking week of this guy being deactivated because they really weren't sure what the hell they were going to do with him yet. This was an opportunity lost by Rivera to show we keep character guys in-house. It's too late in the game now to keep people on their toes. Brav fucking a week before the season started, you made Haskins the starter. We got all that. Good job. You're keeping people on their toes and they're walking on eggshells. This is a bad look in the locker room, and it's a morale loser.
When Gruden deactivated Peterson last year, he lost the locker room because of that. Just one day, one week. You're right. Hopefully he's got more control of the locker room than Gruden did. But at the same time, it's not a good look, and it definitely shows that it doesn't matter how hard you work, your ass is on the chopping block, just like one of the greatest running backs of all time, and you're not him.
That wasn't an example that needed to be set. To me, that's like a dictatorship. That's not the mood that needs to be set in a locker room, especially ad nauseum, this guy with the character and the work ethic and this and that, and like you said, using him as an example. Then cut Thomas Davis then. I'd rather have Adrian Peterson on the goddamn team than that old fuck.
Yeah.
Cut your boy.
Also,
how about that?
Let's not forget, he was, the man of the year last year for the Redskins.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah.
And, I mean, he's had his problems in the past with the switch stuff and having 8 kids with 7 different women. And he's not perfect. No. But he was a very good example for the younger guys. And you don't need to go fully young just because you got a young team.
Right.
You can have a guy that can, again, show these guys how to work and go through the rigors of a 16-game season, which they are not prepared for.
Not at all. Not at all. Gibson hasn't even done a workload in college. He hadn't even had a workload in fucking college. I don't understand the philosophy here. And, if you were going to cut his ass, they should have done it a long time ago and given this guy an opportunity to find a home.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I think that they used him and abused him to show for these 3 weeks, this is how you guys work. And now they're on their own. And
thank you for your service.
Yeah, quite possibly. Fuck. We'll see. Anyway. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, we're on all major podcast platforms. Please rate, review, and subscribe. If you like this show, share it on social media. Again, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and the Facebook group. That's it for this emergency episode, and we will see you on another installment of a Top 5 Friday later today.